YouTube. Hello. It is my pleasure today to introduce you to my silly survival world, where today I have a couple of things to show you. First off, turning Jade off. But there is a good reason that I had Jade on for earlier. But first, up in the top left of the screen, the day counter is back. It was broken. I did have to do a little bit of work to restore it and add the previous days back onto the current state of the world after updating it. Yada yada. It's back. We are on day 4641, which is a little bit crazy, but this is a server, so the day counter is a little higher than what you would expect from a single player world. Now, more importantly, we're going to need a quick name tag, and I have just the name in mind. Out here, around the back, in our horse stables, we have a brand new horse friend, and I did a lot of horse breeding for this fella, and their name will be Mezier. Now, Mezier and I don't actually have a ton of plans. I do know that I want to come over here and catch Pudge. Pudge should come with us. We've kind of left Pudge here in the house for quite a while now. And I do have an idea of what we want to build. I do not yet have a design. There is a little something I've been working on. However, I have not gotten finished with it, and I don't know how long it'll take me to finish because they are a lot harder to design than the typical stuff of the Mushroom Village. For the time being, we are going to potentially be working on a new horse stable so that over in the mushroom area, we have somewhere to leave Mezier whenever we travel over there on horseback. I actually don't have my birch saplings, but I know that I want to start using a lot more birchwood from here on out, so we are 100% going to need it for today's build. Mezier is an absolute speed demon, though. This guy is ranking in at a 14.54, which actually, ouch, puts him only 0.03 below the absolute maximum speed that a horse can be bred in this game. Oh, man. This doesn't even really seem like all that long of a trip with this guy's speed, but also, we gotta put something in that mountain, dude. It looks so sick in the distance every time. At some point, it would probably be greatly advantageous to actually make potentially just a little horse trail coming over here. It doesn't need to be much, just a little bit of pathing and a nice bridge across the river I think would do wonders. In fact, that is something we could work on today, but we'll see how I'm feeling about the stable when we get there. It has actually been such a long time since I don't know that I've even set foot in the Mushroom Forest in a while, and it feels tenser than I remember in some ways, but definitely still in need of a little bit more going on. We don't have any buildings yet, and that's kind of what I was working on designing earlier today, but I don't have those done, so for now, we will settle for working on a horse stable, I presume. As for where that will go, I think it should kind of go somewhere down towards the stone plateau here, where here's the thing. I want the nether portal down here, the one that takes you not to the nether roof. I want the train station here. You can see that I've already made the corner, so the train station will arrive somewhere along this line. And it kind of makes sense to me for a horse stable to be around a similar area. Maybe something like over here? Something with a little bit of a view could be nice. Or we could get it up here in the Mushroom Village and let it kind of be an opener to the place. Oh, the observatory. I need to build that, man. There's still a lot to be figured out, for sure. There is so much we need to kind of sort out, figure out what exactly the build style we want here is, and I know the palette I want to go for. I want a lot of moss, I want birch wood, spruce wood, and dark oak, right? That's kind of my palette. I want birchwood to be the primary and moss to kind of follow behind it, or you could kind of put it the other way. The two are interchangeable. They will be the main features of the builds in this location. Once I figure out the style, I think it'll get a lot quicker to design more buildings. But where is the best spot for a horse place? I don't know why I blanked on the name, a horse stable. I kind of don't want it down there, because I'd imagine a train would be quite noisy, and that would be unenjoyable for a horse. Somewhere down in here is kind of secluded, but too secluded. I feel like it has to be up here, in the village, or near the entrance of the village, so maybe this space, right? Take and convert this kind of space, have a path coming along here that maybe diverges. I don't know how big I want the stable to be either. I would think I would want at least the space for like 4 horses down here. Okay, I have a design in mind, one that I found, and I think looks absolutely incredible. Well, I like it, and I think I can definitely work with it. I also kind of want to bring Howard with us, because I love Howard. Come on, Howard, come with us. Pudge and Howard together. Love these two. And I guess Mother will sit down there as she does. Why are you over there? Why are you over there? Right, we in the gang will need to still kind of find a spot here. But this definitely, in my head, is kind of becoming a building that we would definitely have. Definitely a building we'd have. Okay, I am going to go ahead and lay out some quick plans here. I don't think we're going to be building this today, but I do want to at least get a bit of an outline here and show you some of my thoughts. So what I'm wanting, we're going to start off, this probably won't be wood by the time that I'm done, but I imagine this will have a 5-block gap, and we will repeat that on all sides. This will be a square. This corner right here is going to be a tower, probably 2 stories, and then we will have a peaked roof that will extend the height of it quite upward from there. And then this design for a horse stable, it goes ahead. There's going to be the horse stables themselves. They will take up, I am going to say 5 blocks again. I think in the design I am referencing, it is 3, but I like 5. So we will do 5 blocks, and that right there is 2 horse pens. Now going the other direction, well, the terrain's not too even. And I don't know if I want to do a huge terraforming project, try and flatten it out, but it could be worth it. Now, we would have, I suppose, to design this in a way that's a little less intensive on landscaping, I would want 2 stables on this side and then do a 3rd stable over on this side. Hold on, I am designing this differently from the reference in general. And I think that's fine. That's fine. I absolutely don't mind deviating from the shape here that I'm looking at. Just the concept that we will have these horse stables. Each stable will kind of be its own pocket, almost the size of the tower here. And then the overall building will have a large fence that closes in all the way back around. So it would connect this entire square with one big fence that would be like an open field area that the horses can remain in. Or you can just keep your horse in this open area if you don't want to put them specifically inside of one of the pens. The pens could just be decorative for the most part, and you just keep your horse in the fence. I really do like that concept. It can be very open, we could make it very pretty. The tower would have a really great view, which I was thinking of, because if we're going to have a tower, I feel like it should be able to outlook on quite a nice area. Right, I hate to cut this episode as short as I am, but currently I do believe that I am suffering of food poisoning at the moment, and I feel terrible, so I don't really feel like I can build anything that I think I will be proud of too soon into the future. Hopefully, I am in better condition to get to building here tomorrow, because I really am quite excited to see what we can do with the horse stable over here. I do think it's a really awesome location. I'd been thinking of a kind of shepherd kind of location around here. I know Brock already has a sheep pen, but I unfortunately am just not up to the task for today. However, we are not done just yet. Alright, well, today alone, we have a whopping 4 new people adding to the garden today. So welcome, Jokanon Inc., Crayson? That's not your name. Carson Pets, Calico, and Kraka1. If you'd like your name added in a future episode of the series, I add everybody who's ever commented on a video in the series. So leave a comment down below if you'd like your name added in the future. Maybe not in this garden, to be fair. I'm not sure how we're going to handle the ever-expanding number of names. We might have to make a new one. I don't know where we would do that, or if there's a way I can find to expand this, maybe more rings, but the rings will get more and more closed off. It's a whole thing. We'll have to figure it out. If you'd like to be there for it, then I hope you stick around. I don't know. I don't tell people to subscribe. I don't know why I was acting like I'm about to do that. You're your own person. You can choose what you want to do. For the time being, though, I will be seeing you there tomorrow. Bye-bye.